everyone. You're watching the program Moscow MOSAIC, and I'm the host, Mike Gibson. Our team is back in Kazan, the capital of Tatarstan. We've come back to tell you all about the 17th International Economic Forum, Russia, the Islamic world, KazanForum. In addition to the traditional business part, there will be many cultural and sports events. Moscow will also be represented at this large-scale forum. So stay tuned. This will be interesting. On today's program, Moscow's large-scale exhibition at the 17th International Economic Forum, Russia, Islamic World, KazanForum.
For us, this is a unique opportunity to tell the exhibition's visitors and officials about Moscow's achievements.
Cooking as an art form, Kazan hosted the Yunus Akhmetzyanov International Tournament of young chefs from Islamic countries.
Look at this, what a remarkable dish.
Yes, really beautiful.
The Kazan Cooperative Institute, for example, prepared echpachmak.
This is the most famous Tatar dish.
Yeah, a traditional Tatar dish.
Halal as a way of life.
If we translate the word halal from Arabic, it means permitted.
From intentions to real agreements, everything about the business program at the KazanForum venues.
It was a very positive, progressive meeting.
So we have arrived at the Kazan Expo. This is the main location of the International Economic Forum, Russia, Islamic World Expo, KazanForum. The International Economic Forum of Russia and the member states of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation was held for the first time in 2009. The forum has held federal status since 2023 in accordance with a decree by President of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin, becoming the primary platform for dialogue between Russia and the states of the Islamic world.
We are seeing enormous interest from CIS countries. Huge delegations have arrived. Large delegations have also come from African countries this year, including Ghana and Ethiopia, with whom we will be holding bilateral conferences, Russia-Ghana and Russia-Ethiopia. Very large delegations have arrived from Oman and from individual countries, from Indonesia, of course.
In 2026, KazanForum brought together representatives from 99 countries and 75 regions of the Russian Federation. More than 250 distinguished guests took part in the proceedings. The results of this year's forum set a new record. 163 agreements and memorandums were signed on its platforms, including 86 international ones and 70 involving the Republic of Tatarstan.
There are two fundamental things here. The first is economics, the second Islam. The word Islam, when translated, is peace. And perhaps that is the most significant thing one can speak about today. About economics because it is our way of life, and about peace. KazanForum is a place where different cultures converge. The Islamic culture, first and foremost, where new connections and contacts are forged. And of course, where people find their purpose, where people can break into new markets. KazanForum is a major event for me, a place where all Islamic countries come together and share their experience. It is truly grand, beautiful, and far-reaching. KazanForum is here to stay, and that's a serious thing.
For the first time, as part of the forum, Kazan was awarded the status of cultural capital of the Islamic world. This underscores the city's special significance as an international center for the preservation and development of Islamic culture.
We believe that our greatest treasure is, of course, our values and our people. It is our culture which unites us in so many ways. First and foremost, it is respect for one's elders. It is family values, strong, solid, powerful families with many children, where people grow up with different generations, living together, passing on traditions to one another. That is our greatest wealth.
Russia's capital is well represented at the KazanForum. This year, a delegation of the Moscow government attended the event, led by Minister and Head of the Department for External Economic and International Relations, Sergei Cheromin.
For us, this is a unique opportunity to tell the exhibition's visitors and officials about Moscow's achievements, what we have delivered, and the programs we have implemented over the past 15 years. I should say that the Moscow stand showcases everything, from the potential of the city itself as a unique macroeconomic region with a gross regional product of around $470 billion and a volume of accumulated direct investment of over $250 billion, to the fact that despite, of course, the sanctions pressure, we can ultimately say that Moscow's economy continues to grow year on year.
During a tour of the stands at the International Exhibition of Cooperation between Russia and the countries of the Islamic world, Sergei Cheromin presented a large-scale multimedia exhibition of the Russian capital to Deputy Prime Minister of the Russian Federation, Marat Khushnulin, and Rais of the Republic of Tatarstan, Rustam Minikhanov. In 2026, the Moscow government stand was dedicated to the city's policies in the field of sustainable transport development, scientific projects, energy-efficient solutions, and urban improvement. The centerpiece of the Moscow exhibition was a flagship project, Moscow's digital twin.
The city has been digitized not only above ground, all of the capital's engineering structures have been digitized. Its underground infrastructure as well. Moscow's digital twin is used to make strategic decisions and to forecast the development of entire city districts.
Moscow's digital twin is a unique system that helps the megacity tackle complex, multi-layered challenges. It brings together data on all urban utility buildings, energy infrastructure, and a great deal of other valuable information. During the forum, the International Exhibition of Cooperation between Russia and the countries of the Islamic world was organized for the 9th time. Across 4,000 square meters, 41 stands were presented, including exhibitions from 10 countries and 7 regions of the Russian Federation. Apart from the regular stands here, you can also see a genuine urt. Wow.
Greetings to the viewers of the Big Asia channel. I am Murat, your virtual guide at KazanForum in Kazan, the capital of Tatarstan.
And this is the robot Marat. He can sing in both Russian and Tatar. And this is what one of the most colourful stands looks like, the pavilion of Turkmenistan. This year, for the first time, a special IT zone with business, educational and technological programs was presented at the KazanForum. At the new venue, international guests to the forum were able to get first-hand information about the achievements of Russia's IT industry. In addition to the exhibition itself, numerous sessions and presentations were held there. The centerpiece of the venue was an exhibition of export-oriented IT solutions from 23 Russian companies.
We are presenting solutions here in the field of industrial robotics, unmanned technologies, and the application of artificial intelligence, including computer vision. These are our university's strengths, and we are sharing these competencies with our colleagues accordingly. One of our flagship products is our humanoid robot. It is a STEM kit composed of servo drives. Each servo drive is controlled via Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, so it can be configured. It can walk, sit down, and perform any action. This is exactly what develops student skills in assembly, engineering, and programming.
He's a clever guy. I really like him. Every year, KazanForum serves as a key platform for developing and strengthening economic, scientific, technological and cultural ties between Russia and the member states of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. Significant agreements and memoranda are signed here, and negotiations are held at the highest level.
We know how to work, we know how to relax, we know how to showcase and share our experience. Moscow is open, and that is precisely why we came here. We met with the Academy of Sciences, we meet with entrepreneurs and present projects not on paper, but ones that have actually been delivered for the benefit of Muscovites. Projects that make the city safer and more comfortable.
As part of the business program at the 17th International Economic Forum, Russia, Islamic World, KazanForum, Moscow Government Minister Sergei Cheromin held a number of important meetings with international partners.
It was a very positive, progressive meeting. Actually, we agreed about the relation between the Women Council as a businesswoman council, entrepreneuring, future vision between both of us, Emirates and Russia, inshallah, and especially Moscow.
The Moscow stand was also visited by Minister of Knowledge, Economy, Startups and Micro Enterprises of the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria, Nureddin Ouada.
So I have the chance to discover what Moscow is doing in terms of technology. I have the chance to discover the digital twin and this wonderful technology that allows today to have smart management, but also a modern management. And in the same time, during my meeting, we discovered a lot of other ICT technology, especially in video surveillance, in city management, and also for smart transportation system. So I think actually there is a connection between Moscow and Algiers on this topic, and we will be glad if there will be technological projects between the two cities.
This year, the forum's program included more than 150 different events, including business sessions featuring 920 speakers. The key topics for discussion included Islamic finance and investment, the halal industry, information technology, transport and logistics, governance and public administration, as well as business associations, industrial dialogue, education, culture, sport and tourism. The Arab world is not just about oil and gas. These are growing markets where there is a demand for food, technology, building materials, and much, much more. Building sustainable ties with Arab countries is one of the topics of the Russia-Arab World Trade and Industrial Dialogue. For Russian business, Arab countries are among the most reliable and predictable partners in the current geopolitical climate. The session focused on building systemic and large-scale cooperation that goes beyond one-off contracts. Participants included experts, investors, diplomats, and all those who see the Arab world not merely as an exotic Middle Eastern destination, but as a pragmatic and long-term partner.
Moscow, the capital of the Russian Federation, is of enormous importance for cooperation with the Arab world, which encompasses more than 20 countries across the Middle East and North Africa. These countries represent promising markets for Moscow companies' products, including high-tech ones, and hold significant investment potential while pursuing ambitious development programs. We see the opportunities that are opening up and are offering projects that will strengthen our relations, our economies, and improve people's lives. I believe there is enormous cooperation potential given our business missions to Arab League countries in the field of municipal technologies and services, as well as products that have already been successfully implemented in Moscow. And I am glad to say that we are presenting them here today at the Moscow government stand, operating at the Kazan Expo.
And now the session, Humanitarian Presence in the Countries of the Islamic World, New Tools, is beginning. Yes. Thank you. During this discussion, representatives of the Moscow delegation spoke about how today Russia's capital is strengthening and developing cooperation with more than 100 partner regions and cities abroad. Moscow has signed around 100 bilateral memoranda with various countries, including states of the Islamic world. Speakers highlighted the important role of cultural projects in building international ties, including the Moscow Days, events that the Moscow government has been successfully organizing for a number of years.
We are pleased to present here our cultural and humanitarian cooperation, and of course to showcase the projects in which we participate in partner cities and regions of the Islamic world, and to speak about the events and days of Moscow we have held in Islamic world countries. The exchange of experience is extremely important. It matters that we meet, and it matters that we share, because every country and every Russian house, be it a partner house or an official Рассотрудничество Russian house, builds an enormous body of knowledge and working methods. If we exchange them, our collaborative work can move to the next level. For more than 3 years now, we have been opening and developing Russian houses, primarily in African countries. And our core focus is educational projects. We believe this is precisely what shapes the Russian Federation's soft power projection in those nations and contributes to bringing Russia closer to those states.
Session participants also highlighted the important role of media in building humanitarian dialogue between countries.
When we talk about humanitarian cooperation, we somehow tend to sidestep the topic of information bridges, as they like to call them in Korea. We talk about culture, we talk about history, but in order to understand culture and history, media must be involved, because it is we, the media, who are in many ways the very instrument of humanitarian cooperation.
During the days of the KazanForum, the 10th anniversary event of the young diplomats from the Organization of Islamic Cooperation Countries is being held in the capital of Tatarstan. One of the sessions was devoted to this important topic. The session brought together young staff from the foreign policy agencies of Russia and the Organization of Islamic Cooperation member states, representatives of government bodies, youth organizations, and international experts. During the discussion, International Humanitarian Cooperation and Intercultural Dialogue, participants addressed the development of youth policy and diplomacy in a multipolar world and the building of humanitarian and educational cooperation. Representatives of the Moscow delegation noted that more than 3 million people aged between 14 and 35 currently live in Moscow, many of whom are actively engaged in city life.
The format we attended today is truly an effective one for cooperation. It is a setting where young diplomats can influence both the development of their own countries and the global agenda. And it is very pleasing that we had the opportunity to present effective technologies as well. It seems to us that this kind of format can, in some cases, give rise to new collaborations and help bring our technologies to export markets.
Halal is a philosophy of life. This theme was one of the key topics at the 17th International Economic Forum, Russia, Islamic World, KazanForum. Here, halal was presented not simply as a dietary standard, but as an entire ecosystem.
Halal is a way of life. If we translate the word halal from Arabic, it means permitted. What is permitted can, of course, include food, clothing, one's means of earning a living, and one's behavior in society. So halal is naturally not limited to food products alone. It is a way of life. That is why the concept now encompasses medicine, tourism, hospitality services, and so on.
Today, halal is a philosophy of life reflecting deep Islamic, spiritual and cultural values. It unites millions of people around the world. And Tatarstan, as Russia's leading region in the development of the Islamic economy, places great importance on supporting and promoting the halal industry. At the forum, the Halal Standard Committee for the Spiritual Administration of Muslims of the Republic of Tatarstan presented its collective stand.
The committee's primary task is the certification of producers in order to expand the range of halal goods and services available to the Muslim population across all regions of our vast country. In addition to this, the committee educates the public, assists people with questions related to the halal industry and its development, and works on the development of national and regional standards in areas where requirements have not previously been standardized or formulated.
Food products, cosmetics and clothes, it's all here with a special halal logo. Hi, can I try something?
Yes.
Great. Thank you. Very tasty. You can try all the tastes of the world right here at the gastronomic festival of the KazanForum. The Yunus Akhmetzyanov International Tournament of young chefs from Islamic countries brought together culinary talent from 16 countries. Visitors were able to witness cooking being elevated to a true art form.
Today you can see for yourselves, from these displays, the remarkable dishes being prepared by the young people, the juniors who are studying at college and who are tomorrow's restaurant professionals. And we can see the level of skill they bring, cooking with such flair and taste.
Participants in the culinary competition faced no easy challenges. For example, combining seemingly incompatible flavors or uniting traditional national cuisine with gastronomic experimentation and unexpected ingredients on a single plate.
Look at this, what a remarkable dish.
Yes, really beautiful.
The Kazan Cooperative Institute, for example, prepared ekspachmak.
This is the most famous Tatar dish.
Yeah, the golden ekspachmak, a traditional Tatar dish. We are presenting the new Mikhailovsky cutlet here, created in St. Petersburg in 1910. Alongside the cutlet, we have served mashed potato, a cheese mousse with dill, apples and cherry sauce, and a mushroom sauce.
The culinary creations of the tournament participants were assessed by a professional panel of judges.
Very harmonious, delicious. It works very well together. Our team is taking part in a competition of this scale for the very first time. We are absolutely loving it. The organization, the judges, the people who have been so responsive and helpful. Everything has been arranged to a very high standard. Thank you for giving young students the opportunity to perform at this level.
The 17th International Economic Forum, Russia Islamic World, KazanForum, has come to a successful close. Hundreds of signed agreements, many new friends and business partners, new economic and cultural ties. This is just a fraction of what this major event delivered. The forum served as an important diplomatic platform where Russia and the world are building sustainable relations based on a new level of trust. And the participation of the Russian capital was an important milestone in Moscow's ongoing systematic dialogue with Islamic countries. At KazanForum, the city was presented as a modern metropolis, open to partnership, technological exchange, and the development of lasting humanitarian ties. And the international guests took note. Our program is coming to an end. I have tried to tell you all about the most important and interesting events of the 17th International Economic Forum, Russia the Islamic World Kazan Forum. I hope you found it as interesting as I did. You've been watching the program Moscow MOSAIC, and I'm the host, Mike Gibson. See you in our next episode. Bye.